Hello, lovely people. Using this background reflects the theme of today's topic, emotional dysregulation, but to do so OC style, hence the picture of Clearwater Beach behind me. Anyway, to get the ball rolling, hello, everyone. Sharon Ann here. Please allow me the opportunity to introduce myself. I'm a 5K walker. I like swimming laps as it's great exercise. I love writing poetry, mostly about nature and spirituality, life growing up in the Philippines, and I love performing my works at coffee shops throughout the community. Most of all, I'm passionate about all things mental health. I wanted to come on today talking about emotional dysregulation. What is that? It's the inability and flexibility responding to and managing emotional stress. Again, emotional dysregulation is about the inability and flexibility responding to and managing emotional states. And I want to do so through the lessons learned from the show, The OC, or the Orange County, which took place back in, I'm going to say, the early 2000s. Friends, in the fast-paced world of today, where everything moves at the speed of lightning, especially with us juggling responsibilities like a full-time job, driving the kids to school, after-school sports, taking care of our own mental health, navigating our emotions, it can sometimes feel like a roller coaster without a seatbelt. Like each loop of the roller coaster symbolizes different emotions we're likely to experience. There's a loop of happiness, a loop of sadness, a loop of joy, the loop of love, the loop of appreciation, and so on and so on. Then we have the changing emotions we experience, like hurt, anger, sadness, and disappointment. I like to think of those also as loops within the roller coaster. Emotional dysregulation, a term often associated with conditions like PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder, ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and borderline personality disorder, can significantly impact our personal and professional lives. I know I just threw a whole lot of stuff out there. I'll go ahead and share that on my end. I have difficulty managing time around someone who has bipolar type 2. I never know when I go and visit them if they're going to have a meltdown or a manic episodes. I learned to give this person loads of space when I'm around her, that when she says something negative to me, to replace it with an affirmation and focus on the good qualities she brings to the table. Like she's a great gardener, she's skilled in photography. And that's just an example of what it's like to be around someone who experiences emotional dysregulation. And on my end, I battled dissociative identities from past childhood abuse. That when I face a triggering situation, my emotions, they can be all over the place in a matter of seconds. I learned how to embrace every part of me and to harness the talents and emotion that all my states of being have during a different day. And those of you who battle DID, it's like you know what it's like. One moment you're yourself, the next moment you're not. One moment you're happy, the next moment you're sad. Hence an emotional dysregulation. Anyway, continuing on. Drawing inspiration from the character of Ryan from the beloved TV show The OC, let's explore how emotional dysregulation manifests and the importance of seeking support. In The OC, Ryan Atwood, familiar character to some of you, he embodies resilience in the face of adversity. His journey indicates the complexities of emotional regulation as he navigates through turbulent relationships, traumatic experiences, and a constant struggle to find his place in the world. He shows us that in the midst of trials, there is triumphs. In the midst of adversity, it's important not to give up. You see, Ryan, he was physically abused by his biological father, Frank, and some of his mother, Dawn's boyfriends. But I'm sure he experienced feelings of sadness, anger, hurt, rejection, and false guilt. He had a complicated love hate relationship with his brother, Trey, and both of his parents struggled with alcohol. Frank became physically abusive, while Dawn, she neglected and verbally abused him. My thoughts on this are that Ryan's love-hate relationship with his brother, but it's perhaps thought that if he could learn to love his brother, then he could learn to see the good in him. He could be his support system, and together they can navigate the ups and downs of life as a family of their own. I mean, that's my thought process in the movie. Also, I want to point out here that I feel that when Ryan took on the role of loving his brother, he was his caretaker. He cleaned up the mess when his brother stole a car. He cleaned up the mess when his brother hurt someone, and Trey ended up in the hospital for a while. Yet when it comes to the hate relationship with his brother and both the physical and emotional abuse endured by his parents, I feel that Ryan took on the roles of the lost child, where he was unnoticed by his family, and he also took on the role of a scapegoat, where he had difficulty fitting in and he felt like he was never good enough for anything. Let's just say I relate to Ryan Atwood on many levels. I feel that many aspects of his story are my story. That I've experienced loads of emotional abuse growing up in my own family, and I also have a love-hate relationship with my own family, and I'm the lost child, the family scapegoat. I've come to the realization that I can't control how my family responds to me. I can't control how when I'm around family, my dissociative identities is all over the place. How the minute I walk in the door to visit, I'm in constant fight, flight, freeze, and fawn mode, to where I have to compartmentalize things, that's a hard word, and use the gray rock method around them just to keep myself safe. Instead, I've had to learn that I'm the boss of my brain, that thinking clearly is of utmost importance, and to go into things asking myself, am I perceiving this current experience I'm facing through an old thought or the here and now? I've had to learn that when it comes to trials and tribulations in life, it's less about who I am and who's causing them, and more about my thoughts and how I respond to them. I've had to learn that it is possible to find a new solution to old thoughts and to use the tools given to me to fight the battle and win the victory. I can't talk. Bringing Ryan, there we go, Atwood back into the picture. Like Ryan, many individuals grapple with overwhelming emotions that can sometimes lead to impulsive actions or difficulties in interpersonal relationships. I want to point out here that those who've been physically and emotionally abused have great difficulty trusting others, forming healthy relationships with individuals. They struggle with finding safe individuals to walk alongside them. However, just as Ryan finds solace and guidance in his support network, we too can benefit from seeking help to manage our emotional well-being. Please remember that asking for help is actually a mark of maturity. It's not an act of weakness, because we all need help to manage life's difficulties. As a trauma coach, I'm dedicated to empowering individuals to overcome emotional dysregulation and reclaim control over their lives. Through personalized strategies and compassionate support, I work collaboratively with individuals to navigate past traumas, develop healthy coping mechanisms, and cultivate resilience. Together, we can embark on a journey towards healing and self-discovery. If you're ready to take the first step towards emotional wellness, I invite you to connect with me and start your transformative journey today. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.